Hey everybody, Emilio here at Keller Williams Realty. Earlier we had asked you guys, our followers on Facebook, to kind of shoot us some questions regarding real estate that you might have in your mind that you'd like us to answer for you. So here we go. We got about 5 questions. Samantha Wilson asked, what are the different types of mortgages and what kind of goes best for what situation? Well, the situation is obviously we're looking to buy a house. So it's the situation, the best situation is obviously your payment. What fits your budget, what's going to be more sense for you when you buy your house. So whether it's FHA or conventional, depends on the down payment money that you have available, reserve funds, all that's going to play in. Your credit scores obviously take into effect. And if it's below or right around 640, you're kind of limited to the FHA mortgage that's available to you. But if you have like a 720 or 780 or better credit score, conventional seems to be a little bit more aggressive and better pricing. So ultimately, the best situation for you is how much are you paying for the money when you're repaying your loan. The lower the payment, the better. So that hopefully that takes care of that for you, Samantha. And then we have Erica Ginter asking us, how important is staging when you're trying to sell your home? Well, buyers, when they go through the home, especially in today's industry, buyers are really just coming to your house to verify, because ultimately 90% or more, I like to believe almost 100% of all buyers now are searching for a home online first before they ever contact an agent, before they even step into a house. So what they're doing is they're searching the neighborhoods that they think they would like to live in, potentially drive through those neighborhoods, drive by the house, and then kind of narrow it down. But when they do get into your home, they want to try to envision themselves living in your home at the same time as verifying the price and condition and location. So staging your home does help promote quicker offers and quicker responses and better feedback, and enhances the buyer's interest to make an offer. So general rule is to make sure that you depersonalize all the rooms. If you're going to have family photos, or whether it's you and your significant other or the family or kids, whatever, minimize it to maybe 1 or 2 photos, or none is preferred. But we don't want to see blank walls either, or walls with lots of nails hanging in them. But let's just make sure that the rooms are decluttered. Try to have no more than 4 or 5 pieces of furniture in each room. And sometimes it makes sense to swap furniture around. It's happened before where I've had clients switch out their furniture from one living room to the next and vice versa, and it kind of made a better impact, and we did sell the home in less than a week. So it does help. So countertops, clear them off. You want to show off all your counter space. You want to make sure all your excessive books and toys and whatever the case may be in the room, you want to just box them, get rid of them. Anything you're not going to use for the next 3 months, box them, get rid of them, store them downstairs in the garage. Buyers like to see that too. If they see boxes packed, they're going to think, oh, you're ready to move, you're motivated in a silent way, and that they should be more than receptive to receiving an offer initially and be negotiable. Ultimately, you want to sell your house for the top dollar, but you should always expect that not every buyer is going to offer full price unless it's a multiple offer situation. And staging your house is going to get you more buyers to the table than it would if you just left everything alone. A good agent like myself should be able to go through your home and give you some ideas and tips on where to spend your energy and time, so that you're not chasing your tail and having to double back and do it over again. So thanks again for that question, Erica. Guy Sartorius, also, he's asked us, how important is the school district when buying a home? School districts do have a certain amount of impact, and it's only really depends on the family situation. If a lot of people move into an area where their kids are already in the school district and they don't live in the school district, so them buying a home within that school district makes perfect sense for them. But ultimately, all schools are great. It just everybody is going to have their own opinion about every school district, so it really does or doesn't have an impact on it. Some school districts are popular than others. Not going to deny that, but ultimately, people buy and sell and move to wherever they can afford and and to suit their needs, whether it's location, commute to work, whatever the case may be. So it does and it doesn't. I would say that it's more of a middle of the road type answer here. Sorry, Guy. I wish I had a better answer for you. Most people choose the area based on their own criteria, and the school district happens to be one of them. That's the reason why they purchase a house in that area. And when it comes to reselling a property, it's going to affect the same way. Someone's going to buy it for the same reason you did, because they need to be in that area. So whether it's a school district or not, I don't think it really bears any significant relevance. It's a perk. Thanks for that question. Also, Monica, she asked about how do local amenities affect buyers and sellers. Well, it's more of a double-edged knife on that one, Monica. The truth is if some people don't want to be so close to all the malls and that because of the excessive traffic. They want that peace and quiet. They don't want to be have too much traffic, and especially if they have little kids and that, they want to make sure that if they're all playing in the front yard and whatever, that they're more safe that way. Some people like to be close to all the malls and because it's what they like to do. They like to go there. They want to go to restaurants. I mean, all that makes important decisions happen quicker. I think the amenities that most people pay attention to would be is the easy access to freeways and the local how close the schools are. Sometimes it might be a single. Don't see it a lot, but I see more of it now than I have in a long time, where it's a single income family or a household, and you have a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad, and and when you've got nice weather out, and they want to walk the kids to school. Sometimes that's something that they like to enjoy, is be able to go for a walk and pick up the kids, and versus having to always get in a car and drive for a couple minutes. Seems to be more of an interesting perk and a draw. But restaurants and shopping, I mean, it's only people who are entertainers, I mean, or like to shop. I mean, so it's all imperative to what's around you. I think that when it comes time to sell your home, the real positive and negatives are going to be not so much how close you are to shopping and all that. It's going to be all about price and condition and what your home has to offer versus its competition, and that's currently available, and that'll solve all the problems and generate the most activity when selling your house. Thanks for that question too, Monica. And then we have Blair Wagner. This is more of a mortgage question, and how difficult of a process is it to refinance? Thanks for that question, by the way, Blair. 5 years ago, I would say it'd be pretty difficult because values were a lot of homes were upside down and values were pretty tough, and refinancing was probably more of an afterthought, almost extinct, because of the house values of being upside down almost everywhere. But now that things have dramatically increased and the market has restabilized itself, I think that would be a situation where you would have to call your local lender, especially the one that you already have your mortgage through, and just kind of ask them, we're thinking of refinancing, my interest rate's here, what is the current interest rate you're offering? I mean, that's going to be your first decision move. What is the current rate based on, and then how much of a difference in payment are you going to experience making the refinance, and that'll determine whether it's even worth making that change. Because ultimately there's costs involved, and you want to recover those costs in the first year or 2 years of your after closing on your refinance. If you're looking at 3 years or longer and recovering the initial closing costs, then, on top of your new payment, with the savings from your new payment, then it might not even be worth it. It's more like just sit and wait and see if rates go down a little bit lower. But ultimately, I can't really honestly answer that question directly. So because I'm not a mortgage expert, but the process isn't that difficult. Once you get to that point, you've got FHA Streamline, which is a very good program. If you have an FHA mortgage now, you don't need you won't need an appraisal. It'll be a Streamline, and you just go through the regular process minus the appraisal portion, and assume the new payment with the new interest rate. With conventional, it's a little bit different. Loan to values have to be in check. Credit has to be in check. Everything. It's pretty much like a start to finish type deal when you first bought your house. So hopefully that answers some of your questions. As far as Samantha and Blair goes, you might want to call if you want more mortgage questions answered for you. Feel free to contact my local expert. His name's Joe Fuca from Mortgage One. His phone number is 586-994-9494. That's his direct phone number. I'll be more than happy to take your call and answer any mortgage questions you might have that requires more of an expertise, outlook, and opinion on. But keep them coming. This is one of the funnest part about my job, and yes, funnest is a word in my vocabulary, even though it's not a real word. But I love when people come to me with questions, and because I just love talking about real estate. And so if you have any other questions you'd like for me to answer once a week, I'll be doing this. Just give us a like and share on Facebook, and message us through Facebook at facebook.com/Intrust Properties, and one day you'll see if your name will get picked, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you later. Bye.